I'm continuing again with Final Fantasy XIV. I realized that I seem to be in the very end of Heavensward and Dragon Song quest, and I think the first thing I eat something. Okay, let's eat this one. And then we need to go back to Revenant's stall. Time to enter soul. I check one thing first. Okay, this is different. We need to go back. New Gridania. Now I remember. Okay, it was about Omega. They actually didn't know what happened to Omega. It was a bit. Okay, there is celebrating. There is actually a rising event going on also. Here we left last time. The far edge of fate. Alfinord has the look of a man with much to say. words can it express how glad I am to see all unharmed when Omega came hunting towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Ida, wait, we must first. The seed seer is expecting us. Worry not, Alfinor. Coetze and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yukiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. Okay, we need to go again, all Cridani. Lot of fireworks. The seed chair awaits you within. Proceed to Lotus. My friend, full eagerly have awaited your return. You indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elsier. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try, but tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega Eye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after launch. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to just the gene? None of my choosing that much is certain, but I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose great dragon. The pair duty set about each other in the skies over Kir Apania. The primals might defied belief. It seemed the very heaven would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magic as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight until both combatants were engulfed in bloody flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to the rest somewhat on Al-Milaka's soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Romans were heard to whisper the name Sindria. It would appear that the being resembles the creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer for it as such, Sindria. This Sindra's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Kurabanian side of the border, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Tarupin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in this row, we have perfect opportunity to secure Credanian's border and assess aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Will that explain a few things, Alvega? That flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis system, so even if it has fallen the Empire's lap, it will be no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct, without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they manage it at all. Such reassurance do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the resistance representatives in Kurapania. Though Lippert has forced out how hard it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of imperial retaliation, and by working in concert, it's not impossible that all Miko might finally be fresh from Carlemagne's grasp. Alfinord. I just checked what others are talking. I should very much like to see this Sindra creature for myself. If it seems likely, we put Omega into stasis after what did they call it? Yes, after Sindra was defeated, we should have little to fear from either one of them. This Operation Take 4 will be Iskar's first military action under Alliance banners, though I have no appetite for bloodshed. A part of me is glad of the chance to begin the preparation for our past in action. Pray accept my humble and most earnest thanks once again, Warrior of Light. Had Sindra been suffered thrown free, the 12th would surely have been laid waste. I could oversee operations at Balsar's war. You have done your part. Leave us to handle the initial imperial reprisal and rest while you may. There are leaders from everywhere. When the primal emerged, I was an instant transported back to Carteno, to the moment the black film made and ate hell off the battlefield. Gladly would live out the rest of my day without seeing such a sight again. Okay, Alfinod. You must be exhausted. I thought ordinarily success that we retire directly to the rising stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Istola and others have gathered an Amarasic spire, and I imagine that you two would be interested to see what has become of the wall now the cocoon is gone. It is decided then, lead on. Okay, time to exit. Raining. Okay, let's see details. Speak with Istola at Amasirag Spire. So it will be hot on hot. Let's take mount. I checked that usually these kind of very high points, there are also few points. Uda is over there. No trace of cocoon remains. These years even never existed. Oh, thanks to 12, after witnessing Omika's single-minded onslaught, I had visions of you being trapped between it and its target. Hardly the most rational concern, I concede, but if you had seen what I saw.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbird's Primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by a mega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
Ida probably lost most. Papalema.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalemo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Oh, first time. First time without face mask.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
Oh. First time I
But
see
there
Ida.
is. I can't hide in Papalemo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too. And I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She became Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Really surprised, sister. That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalemo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
just from the first one.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
Still watching. It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on his road. She has resolved to walk. Let us return to Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell, Tataru and my sister. This is the end of Heavensward expansion, and this will also mean the beginning of new expansion. And if I correctly remember, the next expansion is Stormblood. And in the very end of Heavensward, there were dragons on quest. So this has been very long way. Papalyum. Seat in the front. There is Omek. Speak with completed. Okay, now we have time to accept this one. He may have mentioned, but Alfinor has apprised me of all that came to pass in Cridania. The only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Stormblood. Liz has chosen her path, and as her friends, we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict. At any case, once the Alliance has taken the wall and operated the way to cure Apania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might convincingly say is not wisdom but indolence. Correct? For one to look forward joining hands with La Migans and striking blow against tyranny of empire, as I rather suspect. Do you? Quick march, the Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. Rauban. It's almost time for the Pippin. I almost stand firm, Pippin. I learn to praise myself again. To change charge of Pal Al-Miko, no foe will dislodge me. Raupans miniversion. Very well, bird. I think we'll take our homeland back. For both of us. Oh. Meanwhile, my Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Balsar's wall has fallen to the Elsen Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown icon continues, though both yet elude us, my lord. The battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces to form the search, undertake the necessary reconstruction work? Forgive me, my lord, I didn't intend. Your will be done. Unknown. My spies tell me the Dormans call it Sindro, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Sindro. Dragon against Omega. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern sky, crimson blue, dawn of liberation, gathering storm of blood. New chapter. I think this will be. I return back to my apartment. So this will be Stormblood, beginning of the Stormblood. So we have walked one very long walk with Heavensward. I want to thank you for watching, and this quest and the ending of Heavensward feel very special to me. So it's, as I said previously, been very long walk, and next will be new beginning, a new walk with the Stormblood. I want to thank you for stopping by, and thank you for watching.